Hello, everyone. I am here. That's George Takei's laugh. If you've never heard that, I do a perfect impression of it. He's like, That's right. I learned it from following him over the years. Don't always agree with what that man says, but I really do like him as a person. Hello! As you can see, things are evolving here, and I'm still getting the workflow down. It's not easy. Like, the order I have to turn everything on matters because I have remotes for each one of these TVs separately. One remote will affect the other TV because 3 of them here are Samsungs, and so I find myself going crazy when I'm trying to adjust one TV. Another TV is reacting to what I'm doing on the remote and jacking up the settings on the other TV while I'm trying to get the one set for the show. So what I did was I downloaded the Smart app, and it is pretty smart, I must say, because it allows me to separate each TV distinctly so that I don't get those functions interfering with one another, and I'm going to have to get more used to it that way first. And one of the secrets is, as a matter of fact, I must say, is I got to turn this one on last so that it's not like getting affected when I'm setting these 2 on the base of the floor here. But it's coming along. I rather enjoy it. Want to say hello to my good friend the owl really fast. Oh, mother effer. That is the exact mistake I wanted to avoid, and I did it. Whatever. This is a learning process here. I'm learning to ride a bike, people, and it's coming along rather well. I would say, wouldn't you say that it's coming along rather well, Copy? My good little friend. Eventually, I'm trying to find a tabletop spotlight that I can shine right on you so that you're bright right here, because you're the star of this show. Yes, I love you too, and I really like seeing you here. But let me just continue on here. What I've done today is I have prepared a show where I have several different things I sort of bookmarked on Instagram, and I'm going to go through them and make commentary. Some of them are then and now shots of celebrities when they were younger versus now. Some of them are pairing up 2 different celebrities that look like one another. Stuff like this, on and on and on, etc., etc. And I know you're not supposed to say etc. twice, but I just wanted to be annoying and say it twice. I'm feeling very refreshed. I got a good night's sleep. I've been running myself ragged working on this studio, and that is the honest-to-God truth. I've been learning so much. I prefer doing the recordings at night visually because you can't see that there's a window and there's this depth to this other room here. It's just all blackened out in the window at night. And I like the crisscrosses in the window, so I'm going to like cover up on the other side of this. And over here, I did it again. That's amazing. I'm going to have to find a way to deal with that. I did that again. That's why I wish I had a hand mixer instead. I think I'd be less inclined to make that mistake. Over here, I want to... At nighttime, that blackens out too, and then it ties in. This is the light coming in from the window, and that's why I keep saying I have to cover that whole window. I've gone all blue on the lights. It's a blue theme. The blue ties into this, and I like that very much. But without further ado, I think I want to... so I'm going to also do commentary to a video by Eric and Daryl, 2 YouTube personalities who have a great channel. I urge you all to check them out. I'll put a link in the description to the show. I'm not used to saying these things yet because this is all still new to me. I don't usually do that, but I just have to get used to saying, I will put a link to Eric and Daryl in the show description, just like that. And I will practice it one more time. I'll put a link to Eric and Daryl in the show description, and then you can go check out their stuff for yourselves. They're about the same age, Generation X. I am biased toward my own generation because I think we were the last cool, normal generation that exists, and I'm not knocking every individual in subsequent generations. I just think culture has gone batshit crazy, and I'd like to say more about that sometime. But without further ado, I want to move on, and I almost clicked that same scene again, but this is the money shot. Hello again, my little friend. How are you today, cutie patootie? I will turn you around so you can watch what I'm doing over here, okay? You don't have to sit and stare at me all the time. You're welcome. Yes, I love you too. And I have a mouse for lunch for you, which I know you like, and I have a salami sandwich that I'm going to eat before going to my sister's tonight to celebrate Christmas Eve dinner, okay? So I'm going to pop open these messages where I have, oh yeah, this is the first one I got. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to take this over here, going to blow it up very big, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. And I want to minimize this other screen where I have something open on here. And I want to minimize this, okay? Okay, so this won't be here for now. I'm going to go use that to... And so here we have it. Do we have audio on this? Because this looks kind of funny to me. Why does it? It's funny to me. Because you know why it's funny to me? Because you know he's pretending when he does that. All right? So I see this and I laugh. Because he's just pretending. Of course, it's Matthew McConaughey. I don't remember what movie that's from, but... and he's very emaciated in this role. I remember that about it. It's kind of funny. Is it funny? Only to me? I mean, like, I'm not sympathizing because I know he's acting, and I always have a tendency to laugh when I know people are putting me on and it's not... So this is not real either, but that's the test of a true actor is... how well can they make me sympathize with them? And I feel sorry for him because I've seen this role, and the whole thing with World War II and the Holocaust bums me. Oh, no. That's way too dark for this. This is upsetting to me, okay? Like, okay, that's enough. All right, finally something a little more funny. Oh, it's your fault. Your uncle is dead. Uncle Ben is dead because of you! You know, with great... power comes great responsibility. Isn't that what he taught you? And Tobey Maguire turns on the tears. He's believable, and that is someone you need to fear in real life who can just turn on the tears like that, out of the blue. So I feel sympathy for you at once, but I also know you're putting me on. This is not real. And I want to know for this scene where they like, think of something very sad in your life when your cat got run over by a car when you were little and you were like, ugh. And I might do that. I had a hamster one day when I was little, and I got so upset when that hamster died. For real. I was so upset. Wouldn't you be upset about the hamster copy? My little friend. Yes, I know. So enough of Tobey, but we all know this. This is an iconic scene in Spider-Man when this selfish bastard had his powers and he went to fight some dude. Actually, I think the story was he didn't stop some dude from doing something bad, and after that guy fled a scene, and this guy was like, whatever, he stole money, you can fine, I'm not going to stop him. The criminal went out and killed Uncle Ben. For those of you who don't know, Tobey Maguire is the real Spider-Man, the good Spider-Man, the Spider-Man that I like the best. I would have rather have seen him in Avengers being Spider-Man than that whatever that other young, boring guy, okay? Another one crying, okay? Hugh Jackman. Make me cry, Buster. That's pretty good that you can do that. Like, I want to know the technique in each of these scenes. Like, what did you do to muster up these emotions? Because when I'm around other people, I put on some kind of protective layer. And works well for me.
You wasted time following me.
This is Wolverine, of course, so it's like... I don't envision... Wolverine is such a tough badass. It's like you're crying. Wait a minute. Is this Wolverine? It's Hugh Jackman, right? He just looks so old now. He's a lot smaller. Not as puffy from the working out and the human growth hormone and the other type of injectable thing that makes you really big when you work out. You know what I mean? Okay, that's enough. I don't sympathize as much for you because you're a tough guy, and I want to tell you, be a man! Stop crying! But if you come back here, actually, to Tobey, it's like... He's very boyish, so it's like, it's okay. You're growing. This is a rite of passage. This is a moment in your life when your uncle died. But what's Hugh Jackman crying about? You have the perfect life, Mr. Alpha Male. They picked you to be Wolverine. I don't feel sorry for you. Go back home and cry in a closet. Okay? Oh, man. Mixed feelings about Tom Hanks, okay? Of course, he is, Tom Hanks is playing, what's his name? Forrest Gump here. And the unique thing about Forrest Gump here is that he's younger. And Tom Hanks is this guy I always saw was such a nice guy in real life. But the longer time has gone on, the less I have trusted this man in real life. And I think you're putting me on. But he is an exceptional actor. He deserves his Oscars. I just don't trust you in real life. I can also see how Hollywood and mainstream culture, they've totally made a mess of your son. I'm sorry, but and I hope you get a handle of that. I don't know where you are spiritually, Tom Hanks, in real life, and I'm making this a little too personal. It's like what I feel watching this scene. Do I feel sorry for you? No, not like Tobey. Let's go back to Tobey. See, when Tobey's crying, I'm like, dude, holy crap. And the difference here is the way this reflects real life. This hits me too hard, and I'm like, oh, I don't even want to see it. That's very upsetting to me. It ruins the humor for me. This is genuinely funny. Okay, real life or not. Something about an emaciated Matthew McConaughey bawling like a baby like that. That is funny as hell. I can't help it. I'm a bad person sometimes. So here we are. Is that the last one on here? Okay, this is Tom Cruise crying. He's a wonderful actor, but let me see if I feel what they're putting up there. I want to see if I feel emotion from him. No, so far this is overacted. Sorry, Tom. You are no Tobey Maguire. But I have seen you do a wonderful job emoting before. It's just that I don't know what movie this is. I don't know what scene this is. I just know that I'm not buying it, Tom. You suck on this one. And he's someone I give a lot of praise. Like if you're like, what sucky movies has Tom Cruise been in? I can hardly think of a sucky movie he's been in. I don't know if this is a good one or not. I'd like to know what movie this is. Do we have that here? No. Okay, so we have one more crying scene. Who is it? I don't know who the heck. Oh, that's Matthew McConaughey. What a difference. And he's smiling? What are you talking about? Is he going to break down crying now? It's not as funny as the skinny Matthew McConaughey acting crazy. Oh, yeah. See, I get more of a human vibe from this one. I like that. So every context and every story is different. I'm feeling it. This feels like more emotion. The other one over here feels like you're just batshit crazy, dude. See this? Jesus. It's such a difference. I'm laughing at this. That's the difference. You're making me laugh at this one because, like, you are a walking meme here, but over here, it's like legitimate crying vibes from you. I must say, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by all of these in one form or another, even Hugh Jackman. I think Hugh Jackman and Tom Cruise here elicited the least amount of sympathy from me. Let me see what else I have in the way of so this next link here I believe is a then and now link, and I'm going to go like this. And so I'm going to close out of this old window here, and we're just going to make commentary on these wonderful, beautiful Hollywood people, okay? I'm not sure who this is. I forget her name. I'm familiar with her face. I can honestly say she's beautiful, obviously beautiful. She has all the classic characteristics of a beautiful person. And then and now, almost anyone looks better younger, but it all depends on who you are. When I was younger, I used to just think dudes get better looking as they get older, which is all not necessarily true. I learned more as I went on. Women have a tendency to, they hook up with a dude, they start letting go of themselves. And, I really think it's important to try to stay looking good and stay healthy in every respect. If you live a healthy life, it usually turns out okay. You're in Hollywood. You've had a lot of late nights. I can see that as evidenced around your eyes right here. You have more aging around the eyes. You might want to get to one of those guys who can do that laser stuff on there. The fine wrinkles can be dealt with through maintenance over time. And so this lady's beauty, she's not exactly a classic beauty to me, like that stuns me. Here we go. This is Denise Richards. I don't know the names of all these people necessarily, and I might skip over people I don't care about. So she's certainly aged, but she's still cute, and I feel like she's compensating a little too much with makeup over here, and she has a great amount of natural beauty, and I don't think that she has to do that. So she was, of course, married to Charlie Sheen. That's probably what gave her the wrinkles under the eyes, the stress. Doesn't she have children with him too? Am I thinking of the right lady? If I'm not, someone please feel welcome to correct me in a comment or something. But she was a gorgeous beauty when she was young, and I think she's also got a very beautiful look. She's maintaining well, but I would just say a little less makeup with you. Don't overcompensate with makeup, ladies. If you have a natural foundation of beauty, you don't have to overcompensate. I'm telling you. But I know Hollywood does that. It causes people to have to overdo it. Oh, Jennifer Connelly. She's a good one. She's my age. In this shot on the right, okay, I think she's objectively better looking, but the same thing with Denise Richards here. Jennifer Connelly has a great jawbone. Like over here, I'm like, I don't know how old she was here. It doesn't say, okay, but she had this bloat here, and I wonder if that is like retaining water or something like that. But here, when you see the jawline and the shape of her skull, she's much more beautiful. But too much eye makeup. And I made an observation when I saw her in Maverick this year, Top Gun with Tom Cruise, the second movie. And I was like, she is hot, and she's like my age contemporary. And it's rare that with an age contemporary, I'm like, she's hot. I would want to be with her. And I'm just talking strictly about physical looks. I'm not talking about all the other standards I have about morality and values, religion, etc. All that stuff is a separate matter. But she looked amazing. I loved the character she played in that. She can play a very endearing character as an actress, and she can also play a super bitch, super duper bitch. This is gonna run long, this video. I can tell right now because I'm in a good mood for this. Okay, this is another good one. Okay, Then and Now, Winona Ryder. All right. I remember as a youngster, I think she's just a tiny bit older than I am. She's maintained wonderfully over time, and I like lipstick, but that's too strong. I lighten it up. Like what you have over here is better. And she's probably like at this age, if I were my age now, she would be too young for me today. But in real life, in this right picture, I think she's probably a little older than I am. I always thought she was cute as a button, but she hadn't quite become woman here. And that's what happens, like with Jennifer Connelly. Over here, she has girly girl with a bloated face, but over here, she's become woman, and I'm attracted to the woman more than I am girly girl with the beautiful face. So Winona Ryder, girly girl with the beautiful face. I over-idealized these ladies when I was younger, and of course, she got in big trouble once for being a shoplifter. And I'm like, if you have all that money, what the hell are you shoplifting for? So that is a severe character defect. So I do appreciate her acting chops. I seriously doubt, I can't think of when she really broke down crying in a role, but I seriously doubt that if she broke down crying in a role that I would feel immense sympathy for her. But I want to see the context in which I'm proven wrong on that. Okay, I'm going to move on. Oh yeah, Liv Tyler. Nope. She never did it for me in the first place. But okay, let me tell you something about her. I have something to say about her. This is great. You have an opinion about everything that you can just spit out at anything, okay? Liv Tyler, of course, is the daughter of Steven Tyler, lead singer of Aerosmith fame. And here's what I noticed. She got some of her dad's lips here. Those are the family lips. In a way, that's what distinguishes you and makes you special. And over here, I'm seeing you went and did some stupid thing a lot of women do. Forgive me if I'm saying that to some women in my life that know me. I just don't think women should do that, okay? I don't want to be overly personally harsh because I'm not here to hurt people's feelings. I'm here to make you laugh. But you have, and here, especially with you, Liv Tyler, you have the famous lips from Dad. Why would you go and mess with, these lips are perfect over here. And I'm not especially attracted to Liv Tyler. I never have been. But don't mess with the lips. Ladies, please, trust me, take it from me as a man. Do not mess with the lips. Don't do anything with the lips. Some women, I'm telling you, you're freaking perfect the way God made you, okay? And if you go messing with your lips, all it does, it's like a billboard that says, I'm insecure. And so Botox, no. Stretching your face, no. If it's, I'll tell you what I concede, a little bit of a maintenance issue thing with women, okay? You see everybody, you get wrinkles around the eyes. I have them as well. If you want to do a maintenance issue with fine wrinkles with lasers that just, you know, you go in there every 6 months, every year, you take away that's perfect. That's what you should do. But here we have another woman, I think, well, this is a perfect photography. She was probably modeling for a professional photographer. This looks like something that was taken on the street, and the lighting's a little more harsh. So that that can impact my very self-righteous assessment of the beauty here, okay? I'm such a bastard, I know. Oh my God, that all wobbled. That's because my foot was trapped underneath me. So the next one here, Cameron Diaz. Cameron, okay? She was a unique young beauty, so unique. And now she's definitely not the prime of her life. And same story. I tend to wonder if she's gotten something done. But she also has a certain kind of facial expression where you can sort of see those, when you smile a certain way and you have those lines. As you get older, you see how that kind of becomes marks in your face. And I've always thought she's a super beauty. She's actually she resembles someone I was extremely fond of when I was younger. And I'm not going to say who. That so-and-so is close to 30 years old, in case anyone else watching is like, is he talking about so-and-so that I know? Probably not. So-and-so that I'm talking about is around 30 years, young 30s now. Right at the end of that party phase. The emergency phase where she's like, I've got to find my beta male, and I've got to consolidate resources like pronto. Because I am schooled in the University of Rollo Tomasi. Yeah. She was such a cutie, this little face here. I don't know that she's aging as gracefully as I would like. And again, we have a Hollywood starlet, insecure, who is overcompensating with too much makeup, in my opinion. And maybe she's out. Maybe the light is too harsh. Because, again, this looks like a photo that was taken by a professional photographer. This over here, again, probably out on the red carpet with harsh lighting. It looks like a flash hitter all at once. But I'm still saying I think there's too much makeup. Again, the maintenance you need to do, I think she's done a very good job at not doing any plastic surgery that has given her an unnatural look. Because unnatural look bad. Want to make that abundantly clear. No plastic surgery. Ever. Unless you're disfigured, if you have like a hair lip or if you got damage from a fire, don't fuck with your face. I feel strongly about it, so I swore there. Forgive me, for I swore. Gwyneth Paltrow, someone who, look at that jawline, true beauty. I think she's a shallow person in real life, a very strange person in real life. Didn't she come out with some kind of makeup or something that smells like the woman's anatomy in the nether regions? Am I mistaken? That turns me off, okay? But beautiful young woman. I just see something is unnatural in this face. I'm not sure what it is. Either she's been blessed to age very gracefully around the eyes or she's had something done. Maybe she did the lasers. You look mostly natural around the eyes, but something about these cheeks right here, I don't know. Maybe you messed with your lips too, and that is the billboard for insecurity. Not a fan, Gwyneth. Don't be messing with perfection. You are perfect. Just let yourself age. Meg Ryan, let yourself age naturally. Don't go crazy. Just trust me. Take good care of yourself. Don't be out late at night. Get your beauty sleep. Drink lots of water. Don't get tons of sunshine. Because that sun eats up your beauty. Don't smoke cigarettes, for the love of God. That'll eviscerate the beauty right out of you prematurely. And so a lot of 40, 50-year-old women who would have been super hot smoked, but instead now they look super worn out. Don't smoke cigarettes, for the love of God. That was late. The timing was late on that. Better timing, right? Right, copy? Yes, sir, I know. Okay, Angelina Jolie, this is a good one. She's a great example of someone who was exceptionally beautiful when she was young. She didn't have the fat face bloat from partying here or anything like that. A beauty when she was young, but she definitely got more distinguished and beautiful looking as she got older. However, I do think in this particular picture, you can see how she's done maintenance work over the years. You didn't have to do that because you were always utterly perfect physically, okay? I mean, like, this woman's smile, it just makes me like, you see her in the movie Maleficent, the Disney movie, where she plays that Cinderella villain or whatever. Her smile, when she smiles, I'm just like, I could totally see why Brad Pitt got sucked into that nightmare. Because any woman who adopts 20 kids, I don't know, that makes me very nervous. You're compensating for something. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, no. This one's good. Gorgeous. Perfect. I know from seeing her recently on the morning show that they do on Apple TV with also Reese Witherspoon. I love Reese without her spoon also. That's not my joke. Jennifer Aniston has also done stuff to her face too that makes her look like, Rrr. You were perfect. You never had to change a thing. And it dismays me that you did anything to your face. And I'm sorry if this sounds harsh. You know why I think it's important that I say this and I'm honest about this? Because I want to instill all the young women out there with confidence. When you're perfect, just take good care of yourself. Be healthy. Don't do drugs. Don't drink. Don't stay up late at night. Do all the things that are good for your health and you should turn out fine. Okay? Exercise. Get good sleep. Don't eat like a PIG. Trust me. Just trust me. All right? With much modesty, I convey that to you here and now. All right? That's the end of that one. I'm going to come to this next one here. That was fun to go through. Oh, and this one, I have a feeling it's just this one picture of Brendan Fraser for a then and now. This is one that it pains my heart because I think Brendan Fraser is one of the nice people in Hollywood. And he let himself go. And so look how freaking debonair is that jawline when you don't have all the extra weight on you. And he has very thin hair. I'm not making fun of him there. God knows he has more hair there than I have on my head right now. And when that light bulb flashes on your head, all of a sudden you see in there. I know John Cryer on 2.5 Men. I think he said that they would spray his head with some kind of black or dark color. It's like a coloring so that you can't see how thin and bald he was. Now he shaves his head. Sometimes I do that in the summer. I might shave my head and I might endeavor to come on here without wearing the hat. Yeah, because I am insecure like that. I got to get over it, right? I don't look good like The Rock looks. I don't look good like Vin Diesel looks with a bald head, okay? Or Patrick Stewart. Those dudes look cool. But who does? I mean, like, what I might do as a joke is like a George Costanza move where I come on here and I might get a really nice toupee and come on and just act all confident about it. Like, hey, you know what I mean? And act very snobby about having hair and bald people sucking. And that would be a bit. I don't really feel that. We got to get over it. But Brendan Fraser, probably one of the nicer people in Hollywood. I honestly think he stepped away from it. Maybe I think the story was I heard because he wasn't especially into the Hollywood scene, possibly. But I mean, like, dude, intermittent fasting, 2 meals a day, exercise, no snacks, knock that fat off. See this jawline over here? Once you start getting chubby and that jawline goes, end of story, dude. Get that fat off your face. I love you, bro. I'm counting on you. I'm going to check back with you, okay? Once again, perfect model photography here, professional photography. Over here, he's probably on the red carpet. Unflattering, flashing lights everywhere. This man looks confident. He looks like he owns the room. This man looks like, oh my God, everyone knows I became Jabba the Hutt. Mandi dando solo. All right, that's my horrific Jabba the Hutt impression. I don't know who this woman is. Pretty. I like her on the left better. Hairstyles better on her on the left. Professional photography on both sides. I'm going to keep moving on. I don't want to go on forever today. Okay, not sure who this guy is. He looks cool either way. Here's an example of a man who became a silver fox, and he's like alpha looking in both pictures. He looks more alpha on the left, but on the right he looks cool. I would kill to have a head of hair like that. You stinking bastard. That's what I want. And a fuller beard. I'm very low on testosterone because I think that the government is trying to kill my fertility. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to kill my fertility. I feel low on testosterone is all I'm saying. okay, I've seen this guy before. Cool, tough looking over here. Not bad looking. I think you could still work out a little bit and get a physical benefit going. I'm not going to make as much commentary on the dudes. Okay. This dude looks pretty cool. I think certain guys have an ability to become distinguished. The expectation of beauty on men is certainly very different than it is women. It's unjust how much pressure is put on women, actually, to maintain their beauty and whatnot. Okay, I don't know who you are, but you've maintained fairly well. You have some. I would like to see you smiling over here, and we'll see if that's why you have these stretchy stretch marks over here. I don't know who you are. We're going to move on from this. Okay. Then and now. Okay, we're back to this one really quick. Let me zoom back out here. I think we're running near the end of. Okay, I wanna see this because I was interested in this one. It's just a single shot of some people. So this is, of course, dude who plays Jon Snow and his love interest in the Game of Thrones movie. She tried to kill him. She shot him with an arrow. Bitch! So she's a perfect example of a woman who was like kind of an awkward looking teenager, pretty but strange. You know, you like blossom at a certain point, and this woman blossomed like crazy. She's gorgeous. I think she could use a little less makeup there. Jon Snow here, everybody goes through that awkward phase. He's goofy looking as a teenager here, but he just became one of the coolest looking dudes in the world, sporting manliness like I never have sported manliness on my look. When I was his age, 35 years old, I was still skinny as a bean, like 130, 135 pounds. I looked like the Crypt Keeper, and I'm jealous of you, my man. Supremely jealous. How dare you look so much better than me? Okay, definitely wanted to go through this one here, okay? These are some interesting shots here of these ladies. Whoops. That's not really what I want. I'm going to shorten this out again. Okay. Come on. Give me that arrow, you bitch. Bitch. Okay, here we go. That'll allow me to zoom in on this as I wish. Okay, Millie Bobby Brown up against Natalie Portman. Who is more pretty here? I think, of course, they're both stunning beauties, but Natalie Portman takes the cake. She's always been gorgeous to me, and she can be. What makes her a great actress is she's totally believable when she plays any kind of role. So I sympathize with her when she's sad, and I also hate her when she's a bitch. And this Millie Bobby Brown, I don't know about her. There's just some vibe I get off her, and she might be a perfectly nice person, but I just they're like, don't sexualize me. What do you think? You're in Hollywood. If you don't want to be sexualized, get out of Hollywood. I mean, the whole thing with women painting their faces has something to do with the notion of beauty expectations and sexualizing you. So what do you, don't sexualize me. It's Hollywood. Hollywood. All right. Okay. Here's the deal. I have some things to say about this one, okay? Katy Perry is a beauty, okay? I love her natural beauty, especially when she was younger in her prime. And that lady over there, Zoe, she certainly looks like her. Now, here's the thing with them both, okay? Katy Perry makes me nervous. I know she was Christian at one point, and then she got into Hollywood, and she got involved in some weird friends, into some occult-like stuff, and I don't like any of that. So you betray God, and you're not going to maintain my respect. Go be a porn star. I'm rude, I'm sexist, whatever. Sorry, I have to speak my mind. Zoe, I don't know much about her on a personal level, but she's always playing someone in a lot of TV shows that is likable. And somehow a lot of people who are playing a likable character, sometimes I think it's not a stretch for them because that's how they are in real life. So I really like her. She's likable, but she doesn't have this knock me out, make Paul walk off a cliff, stunning beauty. This one makes me laugh because Willem Dafoe is cool. He was great in The Last Temptation of Christ is where I always think of him, and also as the Green Goblin in Spider-Man. Amazing! I love him. Amazing, amazing. He was so moving as Jesus Christ in that movie, honestly. And Frances McDormand, she was playing the mother of the 15-year-old kid in Almost Famous, and she had a great line in that. I want to say it. Maybe I'm paraphrasing because if I don't get it right. It's like, be bold and great things will happen. Be bold and great things will come. But being compared to Willem Dafoe as a woman, that is not a compliment. I'm sorry for you, but I want to say that you do have a likability, and it's maybe a picture that is similar, but I do think that you have a beautiful likeness as a woman. I love seeing an old lady maintain an air of beauty. She's a very talented, wonderful actress, lady. I don't know what I want to say about this. I don't even have an idea who Thandiwe Newton is. Thandiwe. Zoe Saldana, of course, from the movie, what the heck is it? Something of the Universe. What the heck is it? Guardians of the Galaxy. I like the character she plays in that. And I also like, wasn't she in Star Trek? Or am I confusing her with someone else? I don't know. I want to say she dated Spock in the new Star Trek series movie franchise, but I don't have much to say. Very beautiful lady on the left. I think the makeup is overdone. I don't like the hairstyle. Lady on the right has these two front teeth I'm not so fond of, but Zoe is perfect. She's obviously also a beauty as well. Thandiwe. I'm sorry if I'm brutalizing your name. Newton, like Olivia Newton-John. Okay. Onward. Okay. Henry Cavill and Matt Bomer. Okay, I thought Henry Cavill was a great casting choice to play Superman because it's extremely hard to fill the shoes of Christopher Reeves. Reeve or Reeves? I have to confirm which that is. Matt Bomer. Good-looking man also. If I could be either one of these guys, I'd rather be Henry Cavill. He's got a little more of that chiseled, tough guy look. And Matt Bomer, he's a little on the soft side. I just think Henry Cavill's got it going on. You got to give him the edge. Plus, Matt Bomer, when I read your last name, do you know what I see? I see the freaking word boner, dude. Bomer? I know that when you were in school as a youngster, guys were calling you boner, right? I know that's what they were doing. Don't lie to me. I know they were. You better admit it, you bastard. Okay, here is a Twilight Zone comparison here. Dax Shepard. I have something to say about his wife, but I can't remember her name right now. I have issues with your wife, buddy. She, flaunts her substance abuse in front of you when she should be more supportive as a wife. Stop doing drugs in front of your husband. I would be calling you out by name, and she's another beauty. But she makes me nervous in real life, specifically because she does drugs in front of Dax Shepard. And I know recently Dax, recently defined as the last year, 2 or 3, he was on a testosterone supplement regimen and was working out hard, and he got all buff looking. And I was like, dude, that is a good idea. Getting on that testosterone as an old man. I'm low on testosterone. Maybe I should do that. So these guys have a Twilight Zone similar look. Zach Braff is funny. I don't have much to say about him, but over the years, I've seen him in occasional things. He's genuinely funny. Dax Shepard, you make me nervous, especially because you married a wife who I think has you by the balls. I'm cruel. I'm sexist. I am what I am. I don't know who you are, but we're moving on. You're prettier. You're both beautiful. You're prettier. That Eastern European name makes me want to run away from you like a bad disease. Oh, one of my favorite ones here. Okay, Woody Harrelson, cool. Love him in so many movies. Like him in real life. Like hearing his philosophy of life, everything. Anna Gunn, amazing, wonderful actress. She was the wife of Bullock in Deadwood, and she did such an exceptional job. There's a part in that TV show where she's done this both in Breaking Bad and Deadwood, where she has such an emotional moment, like looking over the coffin of her dead son and making me feel like I want to cry. She's like looking at him with this look of, oh, my son is dead, and it's like really moving. I'm seriously, no joke, getting goosebumps right now talking about it. And she was exceptional in Breaking Bad. In every regard, a lot of people are like, yeah, she's a bitch. She does play a compelling bitch, so she elicits sympathy from me, and she also elicits my resentment when she plays a bitchy lady, which sometimes Skylar was, but I was also forgiving of Skylar for being with my God, Walter White, true sociopath, super liar, who pissed me off so much because he would lie and lie and lie. And it's like, I know you're lying, so why do you keep lying, you stupid son of a bitch? Because you have to maintain lies to a certain point where the crevice breaks and there's a new development that makes that person not leave you or abandon you because you've revealed the lies. Okay? You know what I'm saying. Anna Gunn, wonderful actress. There's a moment when Walter White steals your baby away from you and leaves the house, and she's running out after the car like, ah! And I'm like, oh my God, how emotionally convincing that was. You deserve an award, lady. A beautiful lady as well. I remember when you were Jerry Seinfeld's girlfriend in Seinfeld, and you were hot AF. Hot! And look at you now. Looking very good. I think you've maintained very well, to be perfectly honest with you. Super talent, wonderful legacy. You go, girl. Is that what they say? I shouldn't say that, though. Travis Fimmel and Charlie Hunman. I don't know you guys, but you have an exceptionally similar look. I wish I had full heads of hair like that. I like the edginess. The blue eyes are cool. I like the thick beard. Real men right here. They got these backwards. This is Brad Pitt. That's Edward Norton. Flip-flop these. If I could be either one of these guys, I'd rather be Brad Pitt. And if I were going down the same path of life he had, I would have just went out with Angelina Jolie a few times, wink, wink, and then been like, excuse me, I got to go. Because look where it got you, buddy. A lot of misery, pain and misery in the end. I don't think you wanted to be doing that. You should have found yourself a normal lady. Yep. I'm sexist like that. Brad Pitt, you are not. Edward Norton, I do think you are a talented guy. I don't have much more to say about this. Is this the last one we have here? Okay. No, we have a comparison of Andrew Garfield and Henry Cavill here. Who is this? Is this just a single picture? Okay. Yes, at 38 years of age. It's like, I'll just go through these quickly because I want to get to the video that I'm doing commentary on. I don't know if I should cut this and just do an entirely different video. Okay, so Andrew Garfield, 38 years old. I would love to be 38 years old again, but when were you guys 38 years old? Is this last week? Was this 10 years ago? I don't know. Deceiving, though, but the picture here is meant to be understood that you two handsome gentlemen are... You're more like the beta male Andrew Garfield, even though you got to play Spider-Man. Is that right? And Henry Cavill, you are always a man's man. That's what every dude wants to look like. This guy is better looking than Don Draper. He's got the alpha vibe of Don Draper. Oh, yes. Macaulay Culkin. Every time I see him as an old person, he resembles a friend of mine named Tim remarkably at this age and stage. But it's like when I hear Macaulay Culkin, I of course think Home Alone from the 80s. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? You're 40 years old, 41 years old now. Time is ticking. I'm not happy about the march of time. And Ryan Gosling, of course, you look good for 41. And I know that I've seen you when you were younger, but I imagine you from more famous roles when you were much older. So I'm not shocked when I'm like, oh, he's 41. And when I see Macaulay 41, I'm like, dude, of course that's shocking because you're known as a famous person for becoming famous when you were a tiny little kid. So Ryan Gosling, different story. I know he had roles when he was younger, but he didn't like leap to superstardom until much later. So Pedro Pascal, Tobey Maguire. Okay, he's been in so many good things, and he's not looking so good, to tell you the truth. I feel like I look better than he does, except that he does have a full head of hair, and Tobey Maguire, for a 46-year-old, still looks very good. Full head of hair. Looks like he has lots of testosterone. It looks like Pedro might need to get on some testosterone supplements. His beard is not so thick like me, you know. Maybe you can give me a recommendation for the doctor. And Toby, you still have that boyish look. You still have a young look. I think we should see you in more movies because I do think you have the acting chops. Oh, Martin Freeman. That dude's cool. He was in The Office, and it's like I'm shocked to see the passage of time. Jared Leto, I can't say much about him, except that I saw him recently, I want to say, in a movie where he played a young version of Matthew Perry. I don't remember what the name of this movie was, where he became a young guy, and it was like, whatever. It was good in that. He did a good job portraying an old middle-aged Matthew Perry becoming young. I'm just, I can't remember the plot line that well. So, Nick Offerman and Matt Damon. I don't like seeing Matt Damon at 51 years old because I think of him as somewhat as a contemporary, but I see him and I remember him being very young in all those great movies he was in, Good Will Hunting, and so forth. And he makes me nervous in real life. There's an arrogance about him, or it's just like me being intimidated by some alphaness about him, and maybe he's not an alpha. I don't know. But he makes me nervous. He made me nervous in Entourage, and Entourage was real life, as you know. You make me nervous. Nick Offerman, very funny man. I don't know that I agree with everything you say in real life, but you're a very funny man. Next to Matt Damon, the two of us do not look so great, okay? I actually was going to say you look like a bucket of shit, but I decided not to say that because that would be rude. You don't look like a bucket of shit. You actually look like a lovable man, to be honest with you. Any person who makes me laugh paves the road to my heart. Right, Copy? Right. Yes, he does. Very funny. Will Smith. Can't get the picture of Will Smith out of my head smacking Chris Rock at the Oscars. I always was impressed when Will went on to do Hollywood movies after doing The Prince of Bel-Air. And why put... I guess these guys are both 53 here. Would I rather be Will Smith at 53 looks-wise, or would I rather be Hugh Jackman? Who would I rather be in society right now? Hugh Jackman, because you went and screwed your life up. And plus, you're married to Jada Pinkett Smith, who is... You know, you never should have married her. She should have married Tupac and kept him out of trouble. That was her alpha male, and you came along, you softy rapper who's like, parents just don't understand. You, man, mistake. Marrying Jada Pinkett Smith was your mistake. If you hadn't married her, I think you could have gone on to have the same great career. You could have had a woman who just supported you instead of humiliated you all along the way. I saw you crying when she said she cheated on you. You never stay with a woman who cheats on you like that. You bail. My God, beta male, Will Smith. Ugh! I didn't know I felt so strongly. Hugh Jackman, okay. We've talked about Hugh Jackman already. You look good, man. Very likable. Maintaining well for a 53-year-old man. Still looking very macho. Still looking very strong. I like that. Healthy. Both of you look healthy. You just need to get in a different relationship. Your poor kids, too. Jeez Louise. Talk about Hollywood turning a family upside down. You need to break up with Jada Pinkett Smith. Mads Mikkelsen. Mads. Amazing actor. 56 years old. Robert Downey Jr. looks better. Robert Downey Jr. looks amazing considering the life of debauchery that he lived when he was younger. My God, man. Seriously, bro. You are exceptional the way you look. 56 years old. When was that? I wonder if he's like 59 now. Either way, that's Iron Man right there. I feel like you might have had some hair plugs put in, but they did it in a very good way, whatever they did to populate your hair. And I would like to see more of a beard on you, get that testosterone feeling from you, and see if you, I mean, that's the litmus test to know whether you have enough testosterone, and I clearly do not. Robert Downey Jr., yes, man, I've loved you all the way back to the 80s. I know you're exceptionally talented, and so is Mads Mikkelsen. He was in the second Doctor Strange movie recently, and he played a really dark, evil character. It disturbed me. But he's in a lot of great human movies, too, foreign films where they're not even speaking English and stuff. He can go both ways, playing supervillain that is compelling and believable and also a very likable, down-to-earth type fellow. Great actor. Check him out in a lot of his work. What is next? Oh, you guys, Russell Crowe is one of those guys who looked totally money when he was younger and he let go of himself. Keanu Reeves has oscillated back and forth. He's gotten in shape. He's John Wick. He's on Bill and Ted. I'm Ted Theodore Logan. And he's like, all we are is dust in the wind, dude. Who else was he? Of course, he was Neo on Matrix, and that's a movie that I have a fondness for in my heart because of the metaphor for life it is. On so many levels, red pills, blue pills, being awake, being aware of what's going on, simulated reality. Oh, dear God. Let's move on. But Keanu has oscillated back and forth. Russell just let go of himself. I can't believe you're 57 and you don't want to stay in good shape, but whatever. Still look pretty cool, though. Look lovable, but you intimidate me. I've heard how temperamental you are, and all I've ever heard about Keanu Reeves is nice things in life. He's suffered some personal loss, and when you go through that, I think it has a tendency to humble you and make you a better person. 59 years. Tom Cruise is an amazing-looking 59-year-old, and those are his fake veneers, his teeth right there. He did get his teeth replaced, and if you want to see what his gnarly teeth look like, do a let's do it right now, shall we? I'm going to Google Tom Cruise bad teeth. And yeah, other people search for that same exact thing. Dude. See, so he became all big and famous. Look at his gnarly snaggletooth there. Okay? Of course that's what you do. I mean, he could have done Invisalign too. You know, another one was, I'm probably going to have to cut the Eric and Daryl out of this video, and I'll do it on a subsequent recording. But because this one is running long right now. Here's the funny thing about this. I'm going to do another one. It is, what's his name? Ben Affleck. Old teeth. And I'm not the only one who has searched that, okay? Let's go back to Ben before teeth and after teeth, okay? Is that what we're looking at here? No, these are not his gnarly teeth. Oh, this is where it's scary looking. It's not. Okay, show me these nasty teeth. These are not normal teeth. Whatever. I am, what do you call it? Right now, I'm digressing. Let's get back to it and conclude this video. I have some lunch to eat, salami sandwich. And tonight, we eat the pasta. Mwah. Okay, back in here, Steve Carell, Tom Cruise with his new beautiful teeth. Look at him. Looks good for 60 years old. Steve Carell, I don't think him as a 59-year-old guy because he's in all these movies spanning the last 10, 20 years. And so they get fixated in your head being that age. And then you see him now and you're like, oh my God, what happened? So both of these guys take heads of hair. I might not be surprised if they both had some kind of treatment to keep the hair growing in them. Last one here. Okay, this is shocking to me. I'll tell you why. Jackie Chan and Denzel Washington. Jackie Chan I can believe because way back in the day when he was young, I thought he was in movies fighting Bruce Lee, right? In the early 80s. So that was 40 years ago. That would put him right about in his prime of life. Denzel Washington. I do not think of him as a 67-year-old because of all the movies he has been in. My Lord, man, you look amazing. Honestly, I've always thought that. And he's another person I have confirmed from him. He can elicit such sympathy with his characters. Like, for instance, when he played that slave in the movie Glory. And I think that's where he came to fame and got an Oscar for that performance. Like, when they were whipping him, I felt so bad for him. And the tears he shed felt so real and convincing and compelling. And then recently I watched him in, what the heck was it? It was Training Day. And he was such a convincing, creepy, psychotic son of a bitch, corrupt cop in that. And I'm trying to think of Your Captain, My Captain, the guy who was his co-star in that. How could I forget his name? I should totally know his name. It's going to drive me crazy. Let's find out who your co-star was. So we will say Training Day cast. And it's Ethan Hawke. Yes, Ethan Hawke is another actor I very much like. He has a likability, and he can also play a real psychotic son of a bitch. That is the mark of a good actor. Jackie Chan sold his child out for the government of China. for smoking marijuana. So his kid is your kid still in prison for smoking marijuana? I think that's all wrong, dude. But so I have these personal judgments. There is a movie with Jackie Chan that is Chinese made that I loved, and it's called, I want to say it's called Shaolin, and it's available on iTunes. I bought that, and it was a beautiful, beautiful movie. I love Chinese cinema. I recommend everyone try out Chinese cinema. Where am I time-wise on this? Okay, oh my God, I went 55 minutes. No Eric and Daryl on this video. I will do it on the next video. And I will begin to wrap this one up. I respect you guys. I thank you for, if you actually made it through this whole video, that's amazing to me. I like doing these better at night because this is all blacked out. I'm loving the room. I'm feeling more confident about what I'm doing. I tried to do a recording last night, but I was just too beat for the last few days. It sucked and I trashed it. I want to say thank you to my sidekick, Copy. Ah, I keep doing that. Screw this. Thank you, Copy. Thank you for coming on. I keep cutting to that wrong thing. I have to figure out a solution for that. So I'm going to definitely wrap this up, say thank you. Check out my other videos is what I want to say. I'm going to upload this one. I'm going to eat lunch here. It's 12 noon and it's time for me to eat lunch, ladies and gentlemen. Peace be with you all. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. I may or may not do another video tomorrow. I might do the Eric and Daryl video tomorrow. So we'll see. I want to commend you all. If you stuck with me through all this, if you thought I was funny, thank you. My throat is sore, and this is why not used to talking this long, and this is why I think radio personalities who do talk shows take breaks in between. I might have to employ that methodology eventually. I might take clips from this video, and I'm going to start another channel eventually, which will be Copy Who Clips. And I think that'll be for people who just want to have little bite-sized pieces and not sit through the whole thing. But I want to say peace to you all. I did not make any new rhymes for this right now. And I didn't before. I just make it up as I go. You know, I flow. All these old people, they think they're really cool, but I think they're just sheeple when they're in Hollywood and they make everyone drool. You just don't have to stay on rhythm. You just gotta rhyme all the time. It's not easy. It's not easy peasy. I don't know what I'm doing. From now on, I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing this spontaneously, but instead of doing it spontaneously, I'm actually going to have words written down and make it seem like I'm just doing it improv style. You know what I'm saying? All right, everyone. Peace. Merry Christmas to you all.